Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another turn resolution of War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. This is Friedrich. Oof, I don't know about you again, but that's gets loud to me. And uh, ooh, it was initially a dud, but I guess the second torpedo hit, detonated. He must be moving stuff in and out of Manus, and fortunately we got one in. Heavy damage. I don't know if that'll sink it, but yeah, we did. Great. Ooh, another one. This is a tanker in this, what is this, Java C? I don't know if this is an extension of the Java C or not, but maybe we sank this too. It's on fire anyway. Let's find out. Well, not yet. I guess the era of duds is, I'm guessing it's not over, but maybe it's lessened. Maybe we'll actually do more damage now. And this bombing here, there's nothing here anymore. We evacuated we had a seaplane tender and we bugged out. So really, he's just bombing an empty base there. Okay, the Helena is a cruiser that was damaged earlier. Um, Yeah, I think the bombing of Tulagi when we were trying to invade their Japanese KB hit it. These cruisers are hitting Buna, but it's his base. So I think what happens is when you bombard troops that aren't holding the base, basically it's really hard to do damage. But this, on the other hand, is not the case here. But it looks like we escaped without incurring too much. Okay. Okay, well, it's not surprising. The sunfish missed, and it looks like we're safe for now from his depth charges. All right, and the grayback also fires against an ASW asset, missing. Looks like similar situation now. It's detonating above. I guess it takes a minute to get below those depth charges. All right, sawfish. Ooh, we're attacking from the surface with the deck gun. Because there's fires below, if he has, wow, we're doing a lot of damage to this thing. I was gonna say maybe it'll sink from fires, but man, I don't think so. That's a lot of torpedoes. I think this thing is going to be destroyed from torpedoes, 3 of them, plus the shell hits. Yeah, that's going down. No surprise there. I should clean up those dot bases south of Tulagi. No point in him keeping them. All right, the attack here begins. The attack in China, our offensive in China. Um, all right, and we're gonna beat up on these troops here south of Tungu. So let's see how we do. Oh man, I should have watched that a bit. Sorry guys. Uh, but it looks like no losses on our side, which I doubt. 7 destroyed at least, maybe more. And it looks like we swept all the zeros, so that's it. All right, his bombing of Wenchao is pretty strong. I don't I don't have anything to counter it just yet. And really our supply situation is so scarce that I mean, I can't really do a lot of air operations anyway. I have to minimize, be careful what I send out there. I think that's interesting that that's just a base force. I guess I should have been more aggressive a lot sooner if I'd have known that. Alright. We're trying to damage. We're not hitting his tanks. This is a tank division here. In fact, two tank divisions, first and second tank divisions. Oh, there's one. Yeah, doesn't seem like we're having a lot of success here. Alright, trying to soften up Buna because we want to fire off an attack there. Alright, let's see about this bombing run of Kavieng. Wow. Some good hits here, including supply. Ooh, clear sky. Well, I mean, the terrain is good for him. And so, wow, look at that. My Havoc's coming in low to strafe. We took a loss, at least one flak loss there. Oof. And because, oh, a gun loss there. Because of the air action today, we'll go ahead and take a break in between the third and the fourth, and we'll look at the brief look at the losses. And the Gato, man, that thing survived. I'm impressed. Trying to get it to Brisbane so we can put it in dry dock and repair it, and get it back to work. But seriously, it took a 53 centimeter torpedo and it's still alive. All right, we're we're bombing to soften this up because I want to attack this. And also, here we're just trying to keep these bases suppressed, damaged as much as possible. So we're cycling through the bases to make sure that keep the challenge up. Ah, there's which one didn't we sink? Was it a tanker? I don't know. There's a Japanese ship that sank, so we'll take it. I'm surprised that my troops are hanging in here, but I think it's because maybe they're out of, well, it says no supply. I think it's because they're essentially considered isolated, and which is unfortunate, but then at least these guys are slowing down a whole a division worth of troops. And then we'll come back replenished in 30 days when we do finally fold. this is Rangoon. Only 546 assault value. It'd be nice to attack it, but man, what if, I'm kind of concerned about the um, terrain that I have to get through to attack him. All right, let's get this up. 16-1, but here's where they fight to the death basically because they have no retreat. If they had a retreat path, they would have retreated. But at the same time, this allows me to keep them stuck here so I can finish them off without chasing them around the map. They do lose several more devices, and we just have some wounded casualties basically. And here's our attack. We bombed so that we could hopefully have a successful attack at Buna. But this is another situation. We've got Buna cut off. There's no retreat path. So the idea here is to defeat this whole group of troops. Let's see how we do. Okay, we obviously didn't crush them or finish them, but we did reduce the fortifications. It was 2-1. And we reduced the fortifications down to 3, so that's good. He took several casualties. We took half, which I don't like, but it's certainly a lot less destroyed devices. And then we're bombarding at Tungu like we do. And other places in Burma here. Alright, this is our shock attack. His base force essentially has no fight to it, and we've got a lot of fighting force here. These have just arrived in the hex, so they're not even in the fight. And I mean, it's less than 90 assault value total. 4909 to 1, but 3530 is our base assault value, so this is going to be extremely strong, a strong stack. And he loses a lot of stuff. In fact, the whole unit was destroyed. 94, we'll say trucks probably. But here's the thing, now he knows what we're up to, and he knows we have 3530 assault value roaming, so let's see what he does to respond to that. And we're para-dropping at Morocco to see if we can secure that base. And we do. There's nothing there to stop us from doing so. We'll just pull those guys back off so we don't need to really worry about supplying it. But I do want to build this up at least as a patrol base. But also we could set up bombers and have range as well. Okay, so he lost 2 units there at Milne Bay due to attrition. Rome, Lunga, Macon. Yeah, these are all really good upgrades, including Port Moresby, because port size 5, which is the max Port Moresby can get up to, that allows a lot better shipping and can dock whole task forces, so that's good. All right, we're going to be getting some destroyer escorts, British destroyer escorts, so that's also good. They have 9 value anti-sub warfare. All right, so the report that we lost nothing in Burma, that sweep, no. Yeah, that sweep is correct. But we did lose a lot. Flak, maybe that's our 820s. Anyway, we'll look at the detail. But 18, that's incredible. Let's take a look at the details. If we look at, and it's all zeros. So really, what was it, hurricanes? They just shredded those zeros. We'll say 18. Yeah, 18, and then 1 Sally to ops. MC, I'm not familiar with MC 21, which we can take a look at for a second. But yeah, we lost 5 A-20 Havocs, 2 to Flak, and 3 to Ops. So these guys are clearly not ready for these operations. I'll have to probably take them offline and work on their defensiveness some even further. And then, pardon me, and then we have these various ops losses. All right, I just want to show you right here this. We cleared this hex, and you can see movement here and movement up here. So he's clearly responding. This, I think, was already happening, but in any case, he's shifting gears this way. Maybe because he doesn't know, are we coming this way? If we are, he needs to retreat and fill in these bases. But little does he know we're going this way. But he is prepping for that as well. And I would like to go this way because this way still keeps this kind of bottled up, keeps my troops here bottled up. But if we can clear this and liberate it, essentially we are free to move. We can secure these bases, which we will have to garrison, and then we can move troops out further in the same stack or bigger. So that's my goal there. And then we can look at, well, let's look at combat, because I do want to see what aircraft did go in and shred those zeros. Actually, it looks like lightnings. 9 lightning sweeping. So, which doesn't say which air unit. And I'll try to be quick here because got to move on. 77 kills for this air unit and 75 for this. It could be the one. So, pretty good. We'll take it. All right. All right, on to the 4th. And not yet. I forgot the pilots. We lost 1 wounded and 5 killed. That's a terrible ratio for 10 total. It's still probably better than some of the worst ratios I've seen. And then I also wanted to point these out. Now, they don't show the tanker that I believe we sank. If it's possible, I guess, that it survived. I don't know for sure. Anyway, it'd be nice to have that one sunk as well. But 16 points, and both by Merc 14 torpedoes. This one, 3,000 cargo troop capacity, and relatively short range. This is can go further and has better cargo space. So, but again, as I said before, any Japanese ship sunk is a good ship sunk. All right, now we can go to the 4th. Okay, it's January 4, 1943. All right, what's going to happen today? Probably have the usual. I mean, I actually will have the usual attack there at Milne Bay. I think we have. Oh, nice. Is that just cargo fuel burning? Nice. That's a big one. Whew. All right, we should get under those yeah. Anyway, I think we got underneath. Oh, nice. Nishin. I think the Tonen Maru number. I don't know if that is also a big one. Oh, let's see if it sinks. But we fired 4. Only one of them hit. But man, it's not. We're not. Oh. I think this will do it. But plus, we're causing more fire. Machine gun. Let's see. It still duds, but I mean the dud rate has gotten better. So we'll. Also, by the way, because we hit it, it pulled away as as probably an escort task force. Oh, it's done now. Pulled away as its own escort task force, so it could go back to base and repair. so the Sea Dragon decided, hey, since it's by itself, let's surface and take it out. And we're safe from escorts because of that. So I think we're going to be able to sink this. And it looks like with the look at that, man, we're just like unloading our torpedoes. I don't. There's 3 hits. And then plus the first one. That's 4 torpedo hits. It's got to sink it, but I swear we probably launched 10 torpedoes at this thing. But that's a nice haul. Yeah, that's going to be worth a lot of points. Plus, I mean, forget the points. I'm happy about a tanker sunk too. All right, here we are bombarding Tessafaronga because we're unloading. We're gonna. I want to soften this up because surely there's going to be some coastal guns. I don't know that for a fact. So we want to soften it up, and we're going to unload today and see if we can take this base. And he's bombing Rangoon. It's a night bombing, and I'm not going to bother with trying to fight off a night bombing. Now oh man, this is nice. So this, of course, is a smaller tanker, but hey, it's a ship. It's a Japanese ship, so it's a good sink. I think we're below the depth charges, so yeah, that sank as well. So 2 tankers, 3 maybe in 2 days, maybe if we sank the one from yesterday. All right, this is the unloading task force. We've got the San Diego here, which I kind of need with my carriers, but I'm not going to stress it. Wow, this is a lot of casualties. 72 in number and a lot of wounded there coming ashore. All right, that's 19 coastal guns. Maybe we suppressed a bit with our battleships at first. Ooh, nice. Shot down a Mavis. I think that was over in the Central Pacific, in the Gilberts. I'm not too sure about some of these sightings, like by Kugala. Well, that could be a sub anyway, but certainly not a major task force. All right, so he knew we took off out of Changsha. Now he's sweeping here. What does that mean? It might mean some bad things are about to happen, but I mean, we had to take the chance, right? Maybe. And looks like he's not capping anymore. We shot down so many zeros yesterday. Maybe he's just running out of planes and pilots. I don't mean literally. I just mean ready planes. All right, let's see how we do. He's really getting into my stuff here. Again, this heavy AA battery just seems to not have worked out there. And supply was not an issue, by the way. Alright, Sion is going to be unusable shortly. Oh, so yeah. So we actually lose a Vanguard on the ground, and we take some damage here to our bombers. Man, just not getting good hits on these on these tank divisions. Vengeance ones, let's see how they do. Now we take, look at that. It's only, I don't know, heavy cloud might be terrible, but seems like we'd have some damage. All right, there's some. And it looks like he also has but some engineers in there as well. All right, let's see how these vengeance ones do. Wow, the flak is strong here, but we're hitting both tank divisions. All right, hey, we actually got a Mavis on the ground and several hits to the base. All right, this is a ground or port. Maybe we're hitting the port. Yeah, because the idea is to damage the base so that he's not building up the fortifications. I probably should have been doing that a long time ago. All right, let's sweep. Okay, that's good. Let's sweep Manus. And since I haven't been good about letting you guys watch some dogfights, let's see how we do here. It looks like we're at the same level, by the way. Now, I may not let this go forever, because I don't know how long it'll take before one of us starts shooting. I mean, we actually haven't seen any destroyed yet. Okay, there's one. And these Tojos are extremely hard to kill, even for my lightnings. Ooh, we took a critical hit on the lightning. I mean, we're damaging enough to abort them, but they're over their base, so they may not get any ops losses, and we'll likely get some of our own. Ooh, another destroyed Tojo. Ooh, okay. So we're making progress. We're just not making as much progress as I would like. Ooh, fourth, what is that? Fourth? I'm trying to keep track here. All right. So we lost six, and I mean just six left the field of battle, and we took out all 18, meaning we chased away or shot down. I think we shot down four, and 14 we sent packing. And that was thunderstorms over that base. We are not bombing it. I was just trying to kind of sweep and see what he had. Because Recon is saying he has 60 fighters there roughly. And I kind of wanted to get a feel for what we were up against. And doing that also has a psychological effect. Now he's going to be feeling like he needs to cap that base because he's seen me damage and beat up so many of his bases so far this campaign that some of these key bases in the South Pacific that he may be feeling the need to um, strongly cap Manus. All right, we're just softening up Buna. I don't think I'm attacking again. One of the struggles I have with attacking again is I don't want to yeah, we got some damaged ships there in the Bay of Bengal. Anyway, I'm just not I don't want to fatigue my troops too much. I mean, we have the upper hand. We're fine. There's no rush, but um, let's see. He's doing a deliberate attack here on the road to the north, northwest of China. Let's see how we do. Oh, he kicked us out. Kind of expected that, but what I don't like is the direction we retreated to. And then, but here's the thing: he's gonna be hard pressed to drive up this road because then we can get in behind him and cut off his supply. So my guess is what he'll do is he'll probably drive this way, keep keep pieces in these hexes as he moves past us, and maybe starts getting in behind us. That's just a guess. I don't know. All right. Yeah, this is the road to Sion. We've been holding him up for so long. Okay, so this is what he has. Only one unit has assault value. The rest are pretty much B. But we don't have any assault value either as we continue to unload. We're attacking here because why not? We've certainly got the upper hand, and he's effectively destroyed. Let's see how we do. Okay, one unit, I think it was the Naval Guard unit, surrendered. Um, so it got destroyed, but he's still holding on with his division. That should fold probably tomorrow. And we are just bombarding Buna, that's right. But this division's beat up. This, I'm pretty sure, is not is like an element of the division. I don't think it doesn't represent the whole unit. So, but anyway, let's continue through this. So we're just bombarding. We do lose a gun destroyed and one disabled. He loses a few units disabled, 33 casualties. We're bombarding Tungu. And here in just north of Rangoon. Let's see. He brought in this mixed brigade. I think I knew about that from before. I think we could have driven him off, but he had brought in that brigade just in the nick of time. And we're bombarding here where we're wanting to attack probably tomorrow. But he has two tank divisions. It's just hard to destroy those tanks. Well, but these are Indian. These are pretty solid units parked here. Um, this, so this is where he was moving. This was one of the hexes he was moving his troops. So we're bombarding, seeing if we can check on him and slow him down. But it's probably 3-1, just straight out. But we're bombarding anyway. Yeah, 3-1. We do cause some damage to his troops there. Um, okay. Sign. Tulagi Port 4, that's nice. We'll use that as a kind of a base we can stock up with. Basically, I guess we can use it as a staging base. Stock up supplies and troops when we're ready to move further north again. Oh wow, got a lot of cargo ships this day. All right. Here's the ops report for the 4th of January. Feel free to peruse, look, pause and look detailed as whatever interests you. I'll take a quick look and see if anything stands out to me. That doesn't mean I won't miss something accidentally. But I'll certainly make sure I've got all the information I need before I send off the turn, of course. But just saying, here's another kill number 8. So, wow, 9. I think these are P-38s in this group. In any case, moving down the list here. All right. This was picking up the 503rd to bring it back to Australia, where we can start thinking about the next place we want to use this regiment. And yeah, the Dauntless is certainly in a bad way there at in the Gulf, or sorry, Bay of Bengal. Okay, yeah, pedo. All right. Um, Beside, I think we're done building fortifications for now. I do want to increase the air base level there. Okay. All right. It's interesting enough. Let's look at the losses here. So 7 to 13, not quite 2-1, but hey, it's finally matching 13 to 13. All right, he loses 6 total Tojo. So I guess we did cause him to lose 2 ops. Maybe they landed, but then they were written off because they just couldn't. They were too damaged to use by our P-38s. Mavis, but our P-38 pilots don't get don't get that those two to their tally. All right. This Mavis that was shot down, I think, was over in this area, over at Tarawa maybe, and 2 were destroyed on the ground. We saw 1 destroyed on the ground, but I guess it was 2 there at Rabaul, and then just a few other odds and ends. We did shoot down a Sally. All right, and we lost 2 P-38s, so we didn't see it shot down, but it looks like he got credit for 1 and 1 ops, and then a couple of sky trains. Hudson was shot down by flak. We did lose a P-66 Chinese plane on the ground. And for pilots, one wounded, three killed. Eesh. And then anything new? Yeah, these two tankers, they're like completely opposites, 2 points and 34 points. So this is the high end, this is probably the low end. Maybe there's a 1 pointer. But look at that, fuel and oil, plus it carries cargo. This thing is huge, massive, and I'm jealous, but we were able to sink this thing. Look at the in-aircraft 105. So we don't even have to lose any planes to sinking that because we did it with subs. And then this one is way smaller and therefore only worth two. But again, hey, it's one less tanker he has. If we look at last month and we go do this and we see the third, it still doesn't show up that other tanker. So maybe he salvaged it. I don't know. But it does look like on the second he lost the Satsuki by I don't think that's when it hit a mine. I think he was trying to get it back and repair, but it sank on the way back. Anyway, all right. So, by the way, I never looked up that MC Sally. So, what is that thing? MC-21. What is this considered? Transport. Okay, so we shot. We did what did we do with that? Was it ops loss? Anyway, a day ago. 3,000 load. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So, just to kind of do the usual cycle through bases or air theaters, maybe is a good term. Macon is still fortifying and building up. I guess we're building fortifications. Part of the reason is because this is an atoll, so the hope is, I think it is, the hope is to make it hard to beat up my troops. So yeah, it's an atoll, you could see there. But that way, it's harder for him to bombard or bomb if we fortify. That's part of the reason. And I'm not in a big hurry to expand the port and airfield just yet because I don't even have the stuff to do that with. I don't have the engineers or anything. So right now we're just doing the basics, getting fortifications up. Tarawa is building up to be a pretty good base. We're working on the airfield here. The port is almost maxed out, and I think we're going to sit pretty. We're just going to build up Macon, maybe max that out. The air capacity maxes out at 5. So Tarawa is obviously going to be, if we base heavy bombers, we'll put them here. This will be able to get up to 6. And this will also, so maybe some longer range can park here and get some here. And then this can be a good fighter or medium bomber base, but hopefully we can use all three of these. Right now, this is our big base, and it's kind of maxed out, and it can fly 6. Yeah, these will both max out at 5. This will as well. So all three of these will be 5. But here's the dilemma. The B-24s and bigger will need to have a full load, will need a level 6 or bigger. That kind of puts us way back here. But they also have a longer range, like 17, I want to say. So, I mean, technically, we could fly up to Malawi Lap and also, what is this? Eilinglap? Eilinglap? But, and we can do extended range. Otherwise, however, it's going to be half load and more of a stress and strain on our aircraft. And these won't get above 5 Nauru. Anyway, that's a ways off anyway. But I'm not doing anything offensive in this area just yet. We're just gonna chill for a little bit. And then here in the South Pacific, we have just landed, and we do have some AV here, even though the report in the combat said we didn't. And we're unloading still. We've got, quite a bit of troops still to get off. And this base is building up with a full infantry division. Almost, I think all the assault value is offloaded, but we still got some more things to get off. See, 130 troops only are left on the ships, and then 6,000 equipment. But yeah, this may be a waste to put a whole division here, but that's okay. It secures this base from any counterattack, and really, they can just stay here for a bit. There's no rush to get them off this island either. I've got a lot of reserves back here that still need something to do anyway. So these three bases will be four. All these bases will be very strongly held. And like I was saying before, without my carriers, I may put a hold on offensive operations anyway, like Munda and these bases, and we'll just strengthen all three of these, all four of these, and maybe all five of these, convert them into really good air bases, and then hit stuff up, again, start expanding into some of these, start reaching into some of these back bases and stuff. Buna, I don't, I think we're going to go ahead and try and attack here. We bombarded last turn, but we're going to try and attack here. We've got these combat engineers, hopefully knock down the base fortifications a bit more. And then we've got tanks coming. These are a few, probably 3 days out, and these are 2 days out. So we'll do an attack. It likely will be unsuccessful, but then in a couple days we'll be rested and ready to attack again with tanks. And then I'd like to we just kept these guys on attack and just attack, attack, attack because he's pretty much weak and ready to just be defeated. So it's just a matter of time, really. Look at that. That's about the size of a regiment there, 5,540. All right, moving on. I bought out with political points the 4th Armored Brigade, and I'm trying to build it up. We got a lot of M3 Grant Lees, Stuart Light tanks. Um, so this should be pretty strong, pretty good unit. I don't know what I'm going to do with it just yet, but it's not going to be withdrawn, so I can use it like in some of these bases out the western New Guinea, or even to retake some of these like Timor and some of these bases. So that's kind of the thought there. Plus, I might move all of Second Australian Corps, Second Australian Corps. I might move out to here and infantry and buy out some of these, First Division. I don't know. Um, so and start making a play for some of these bases out here. But that also means bringing over some ships. Actually, we have 6 transports, 9 cargo ships, although they're probably all small. Okay, yeah, the some of the actually these aren't bad size, and then but of course the light cargo ships. But when you add them all together, they might be able to carry a division. I don't know, probably not, because I mean the divisions. Well, let's look at it real quick. Well, yeah, that it would easily carry that, but one of the things, wow, cargo cost is very low. Oh, because it's not filled out with motorized support. If I were to fill this out, it would cost a lot of cargo space. Anyway, I got a lot of planning to do before I pull that pull that off. Also, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Burma. Let's start over here. Bay of Bengal. Obviously, our carrier's bugged out. We had to withdraw him, the Illustrious, I believe it was. And these ships, these are the two ships that keep having issues with, and the Dauntless. Actually, this one had some flotation issues this last turn. But all three of these ships are, of course, damaged, these two being the heaviest. I can't even scuttle these, even though they're mauled, but I still would like to save them if I could. We're coming to straight across because I don't want to even go close to this, and gonna sneak into Trincomalee. I'll see what it'll take to repair these. If it takes anything at all, I'll just because I have to withdraw this in a year. I know that's a long ways away, but it's also um, I mean this is going to take a long time to repair, and I got to get it below I think 100 total damage before I can withdraw it. Plus, it probably has to be at Colombo to withdraw anyway. So maybe we'll park it here, get some of this damage down, maybe doing pier side, because I could do pier side to get it down to these other ratings. Anyway, this one is a lot worse though. But this is my hope is to be able to repair a good chunk of it here. But if I can't, if it looks like it's going to take a long time just to on pier side, we'll go to Colombo. All right. And then we got these Dutch ships just kind of escorting them for what it's worth. I don't know that it's worth much, if anything. And then he still hasn't seen us. So I'm grateful for that. We're just going very slow. Maybe a hex per day. It's crazy, but it is what it is. And I'm trying to put subs in a situation to limit his movement here, but it's not working. Plus, I mean, it's not what subs are for per se. I know that, but mines didn't work, and I know what would work, but I have to get. I want to build these two bases up. Actually, I could probably when this maybe sooner than that. Yeah, maybe what I need to do is bring in some torpedo bombers, and that's what I need to do. I don't have torpedoes here though, and I don't think I can put them on any of these. Um, so they'd have to be bombers. So what I really need basically are these vengeances. Stack them here with and do dive bomb attacks. Whoops, do dive bomb attacks where I had unplugged. Sometimes I like to work on it unplugged. Dive bomb attacks and see if we can smash some of these ships that way, because we have air supremacy here, and he shouldn't be expecting anything. So, all right, I need to work on that. Especially if I'm not getting anywhere bombing these troops, might as well start hitting his ships. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I guess, sorry, I don't mean to cut us off. This is kind of static. I will say that I'm trying to break one of these two hexes. And I've got a division I'm working on, an Indian division that I'm working on getting into here because I want to smash this tiny unit and cut this area up off again. But then one quick stop here. Again, he's still retreating here, which is going to take forever because he's cutting across terrible terrain. Yeah, this is going to be very slow. So we'll keep bombarding. In fact, I'm going to attack. I think I want to attack him here, and then but it'll be times 3. It just might be interesting to attack. And then I'm marching up here because this is my next objective. Check this out already. 2/3 of the way in. Maybe this next turn will be here, and then we'll do an assault and see how it goes. And now I will say goodbye. But I'll be back to talk about the 5th. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.